Hi, it's Mark Marmer from Signature Electric. Here we are at the 2024 Auto Show. A lot of trucks that have come out just over the last year or so. We're definitely going to be checking out the Ford F-150. A little surprise from Tesla that's finally come forward with something in the truck division. Leave it to Tesla to come up with some kind of idea that seems out of the ordinary. This is the Tesla Cybertruck. Stainless steel, all rolled into sort of one piece, almost indestructible. It's a completely different look, something we're completely not used to. They've come out at a time when there's a lot of other trucks coming out. We're waiting to see these on the road. They're not available in Canada yet, but I don't think it'll be too long before you'll be able to see them. They're starting to show up in the showrooms at least, and this is about as close as you can get to the vehicles at the moment. I walked in the doors of the room and I was blown away. They've got half the room here. Here we are, the elusive F-150 Lightning. The platform itself is great and the setup inside is fantastic. They've got a vehicle to grid piece of it where you'll be able to charge your home from your vehicle.
If power were to shut down at your house, it automatically switches over into the mode that would allow the truck to invert the power directly from the charging port back to your house.
It's got a lot of plugs and things, output for receptacles, both small and large, in the front and the back of the vehicle. And people are doing all kinds of interesting things. They're having tailgate parties, and we did a little video where we charged our Nissan Leaf from the F-150. The other interesting thing that's happening is this change from the J11772 to the NACS connector. Ford announced that they are going to do this. It is going to appear on the F-150. This little piece that we're talking about here is a real revolution period. A plug-in charge situation where you don't have to tap a card and do 100 different things when you get to the charger, and every charger is slightly different. To bring the chargers all together and have the same kind of charger, and you simply plug it in and we understand what vehicle's there, whose it is, and it just starts charging. You recognize this shape of this vehicle because whatever's delivering from Amazon to your house is using these relatively small sort of van style with a high roof, lots of room to pack it in, not too hard to manage in the city, not too hard to park and maneuver, relatively economical. They're not the only manufacturer that has this shape of vehicle, and I think we're going to start to see more and more coming out. When they do, they're going to have a popularity that's slightly different than what happened with cars. Cars had to sort of sell one person at a time. In this case, fleets buy 7, 8, 10, 15 at a time. The other thing is that the customers that they're doing the deliveries for, sometimes like IKEA, sometimes like Amazon, they have an intention to be green as well. And they would like their vendors, which includes the people that do deliveries, to be green. And credit to the people that are using these vehicles that are a little bit more challenging to use because of the range. They're the ones that are getting things started for everybody and helping the industry along. Let's just check around the vehicle a little bit. We'll take a quick peek on the inside. This just looks like every other van that we have at Signature Electric. Here's where you're changing from forward to reverse. And other things appear, windshield wipers appear exactly where you'd expect them. You can imagine if you're wanting to put packages in here, in terms of space, you get a lot for your money. I'm not the only one thinking about electric trucks. Look at the amount of space that Chevy has put to these Silverado EVs. If this is true, this tells me that this vehicle, 724 kilometers of range, estimated on a full charge on a work truck. This is the right direction. Let's not bring out trucks with 250 kilometers of range. It's not enough. 750, that's amazing. Let's take a quick peek inside. Pretty simple. I think you could climb in the truck and pretty much figure out how to work everything. It's pretty straightforward and still some kind of a screen. So, no, not a bad looking truck at all. It's got what's important. Range. Similar to what we saw in the F-150. The outlets in the back. Now that we've got the engine out, we've got space in the front. Again, you're expecting to see power. In this case, the back seats can fold down and you've extended the bed into the truck. Vinfast VF3, I'm in love. This is a Mark Marmer vehicle for sure. All the way to something called the Wild, some amazing pickup truck, no handles, automatic doors. Stopping in at the GM booth. Up on the pedestal here is the Hummer. They've gone EV with it. And in terms of we're still looking for pickups, we've got the Sierra. And if I'm reading it right, 840 kilometers of range. Let's hope that they're right. We've got the same sort of fold-down seating. If you look inside the vehicle, this particular one, and it may just be the styling of this vehicle, much fancier than the vehicle that we were in before. A little less of a work vehicle, feels more like a higher-end family vehicle. People were looking for something other than a sedan, other than a smaller car, and there weren't really these bigger vehicles. Now they're starting to come out. Kia's recognized this. Immediately you come in and it has the feel of a car. The shift lever's kind of where I expected it, the windshield wipers and what have you, and a nice interactive display. If you make it too technological and take away too many of these buttons, it's hard for people coming out of sort of what they being used to in the past into an electric car. There's a set of seats in the back for that third row seating, but with that down, there's lots of space. So that kind of versatility is what everybody's looking for. So as we're looking for bigger vehicles and we're keeping our eyes out for the trucks, this is something we should be seeing as well in the manufacturers' lineups. 5 or 6 years ago, I remember walking down in sort of the Dodge Ram area, and they were showing off one of the trucks. And they were really talking about how it's fine that things are electric, but they love the noise, they love this and that. And I thought, if I wait long enough, it's going to turn itself around. Okay, it's turned itself around. This is a Dodge Ram. They've gone EV, but it's a concept vehicle. I know we're talking about trucks and cars, but I couldn't resist this. Let me take advantage of this little treat that I have being here on Media Day to get a little peek of the Barbie car. I'm sure there's got to be some people in our audience, at least maybe some of my grandkids, that are happy that I got to stand in front of the car. It's not plugging in yet, but maybe the next iteration of the movie will have something electric for Barbie to drive. Every single manufacturer is here now. They've all got electric vehicles of some type or other. Some of the vehicles won awards this year. So we're really seeing this evolution starting to pick up. Not only are there lots to choose from, the ranges are becoming better. That's really good news. Tells me we're moving in the right direction. Thanks very much for joining.